Hey guys, my name is Wiz. Soulstone Survivors is a roguelite, kind of like Vampire Survivors. If you like those types of games, then you are going to have a lot of fun with Soulstone Survivors. Now, this game's been around for a while. I play plenty on Steam, and now that it is on console, and I started to play on Xbox, and I put in around 36 hours on Xbox so far. So hopefully this video will help somebody out. In any case, where can you play this game? Which platform that it is available for? Now that they released the 1.0 version, so it is available on console. So if you are on PlayStation, so if you go to your PlayStation account, then you type Soulstone Survivor, then you can see that it is available. Now it is $14.99 as it stands right now on PlayStation. And you can also play the demo for free. And if you play the demo and you like it, and you decide to purchase the full game, then your progress from the demo will go with you. So if you are a PC player, then you can go on Steam. If you go on Steam, there are a lot of good deals, and that's probably going to be the best purchase you can make when it comes to this game. And there's some bundles that you can buy on Steam. Some of the games, just like this game, that comes together, and it is very cheap on Steam. But if you are going to play on Xbox, just like I am, then it is going to cost you the same as it costs on PlayStation. As you can see right here, $14.99. And there is also a demo that is available for you to play on Xbox. And if you like it, then your progress from the demo will also go with you when you buy the full game. Now that we got that out of the way, so the first thing you do when you start the game, the first thing I would recommend that you do is to go to the settings. So if you go to the settings, just set everything the way that you want. And one of the main things I would highly recommend that you do is just go to the graphics. Now in the graphic portion of it, and where it says special effect, now unless you like to be blind while you are in the higher level, then I would suggest that you adjust the special effects, because it is a matter going from a very clean screen like you see on the screen, and to a very, very insane screen where you can't even see what you are doing. And with all this craziness, the main boss becomes the visual effects of the game. It's a lot of fun, but it can be quite disturbing. Now, once you get your settings set up, let's go through the main tabs of the game. So once you get into the game, now you're going to see all these tabs. So the first one is going to be fight. Second one is going to be character. You're going to have the blacksmith, runes, skill tree, achievement, and then profile. Now the skill tree is going to be one very important aspect of your character progression. So we are going to go through this a little bit later, but I want to go through something very clean instead of going to my main character to show you things, so to make things a lot easier so it's not too confusing. But your goal is to progress the skill tree until you can get to every character and get them to the highest level possible. And that said, I'm going to go through a brand new save to make things a lot easier to explain everything that we were just talking about. So you should have a save when you first start the game. So this is my main one. But if I click on this right here, then I can go to a different one, start a new one. So there are different ones. So this one right here is one that I created a couple of days ago. So we are going to go through this one. So if I start the game with a brand new save, you're going to notice that it is different from the other save that I was on, where I have a lot of progression on that barbarian. The first thing we're going to go through is the character screen. Now with the character screen, as you can see right now, there are 22 characters that you can unlock. But the first one that you are going to have is the barbarian. Now for anybody that is new to a game with a lot of characters, the first thing they're going to ask, which is the best character for them to play. they are all good characters. But I got to tell you, the Barbarian is going to be your best character. The reason being is because not only that it is one of the strongest characters in the game, as far as I have been playing the game both on Steam and on Xbox, but it is also the first character that they give you. They give you a very strong character, and you can take that character through the end game without ever touching any of the character. Because with the Barbarian, you are going to have the ability to unlock a lot of other characters. So if you are looking for a strong character, then just play the Barbarian until you unlock a lot of other characters, and you can try all the other characters. Next tab is the Blacksmith. The Blacksmith is the NPC that you are going to use to unlock weapons. So every character will have 4 weapons, and once you start playing the game, completing achievements, and you are going to unlock different weapons. Different weapons come with different stats. It's almost like having a different playstyle. So once you unlock them, try them out and see if they are better than the first one, and eventually you're going to unlock all 4 of them and decide which one that you like the best. Now, moving on to the runes tab, this is going to be a very big aspect of your character progression. There are a lot of runes, and you are going to unlock a lot of good ones, and those are going to be part of your builds that you are going to use to play the game and have more fun. Now, one thing I have to say, this game requires you to be fast and also to do a lot of damage, and this is where runes come into play. And as far as being fast, the first thing I would highly suggest that you do is to unlock this rune right here. This rune right here, it is very important that you go and unlock this as soon as possible. So, if you want to unlock this rune, it is not very hard. All you have to do is just go to the area that is called the Frozen Wasteland, and then just use the maximum amount of curses. And then once you complete that match, then you will unlock this rune. Now, if you want to know about how to unlock anything, if you go to the achievements, so if I go and click my B button and then go to the tab right here, and this is the rune tab. And on the rune tab, it will show you all the runes that you can unlock and how to unlock them. And if you go towards the bottom of this tab, then you can see this is the runes. This one says that you need to win a match with all curses tiers up to 2 enabled on the Frozen Wasteland. So, like I said, it is not very hard to unlock. Once you start using curses, then this is going to be very easy. So this is not going to take you very long. So again, this is a very, very good runes that you can unlock very early on to make your game experience a lot better. Now, the other runes that I would recommend that you unlock as soon as possible is this rune right here. This rune allows you to use skills from other characters that you already unlock. And it is also very easy to unlock. And all you got to do is just have 5 runic power. And in order for you to have 5 runic power, it is very easy to do as well. That brings us to the next tab, which is the skill tree. In the skill tree, you can see this part right here is where you increase your runic power. So once you save 50,000 crystals, the cheapest, the most common crystals in the game, then you can unlock this, your first runic power. And then after that, it's going to cost some other ones. But once you have 5, once you unlock this fully, then you'll be able to have that rune. This is going to allow you to use different skills from other characters that you have already unlocked. This is very good if you don't want to just stick to the skills of one character. Now, talking about skill tree, when you first start the game, the skills that I would highly recommend that you unlock as soon as possible is going to be movement speed right here. Movement speed is the key to this game. And as soon as you can max this out, just go ahead and max it out. And then the other one I would highly recommend that you unlock is going to be this right here, the dash. The skill tree allow you to have an extra dash. So the game starts you with 1, but once you unlock this one, then you'll have 2. And like I previously said, the Sentinel is going to be the only character that will have 3 dashes, whereas everybody else would have 2. So movement speed is going to be one of your best bet. Now, the next thing I would highly recommend that you unlock is this right here. This is banish. And I'm going to show you how all this works. Banish, reroll, and lock once we go into a map, and I'm going to show you. But once you have the opportunity to unlock this rune, just start putting some points in there. And after that, the next one is going to be the magnet. The reason why you want to unlock this as soon as you can is because this is going to help you pick up all those XPs on the grounds. And if you have more XP, then you are going to have more options to get the skills that you need for your builds. So those are very important. Other than that, you can prioritize everything else that you want, but they just read what it says and what they do, and then start prioritizing that way. But the ones that I mentioned are very important in my opinion. So if you can start with those, then you should have a very good start. And as far as the skill tree is concerned, if you look at it, you can see that that part on the bottom right here is going to be your utilities, and that part on the right is going to be your survivability, and this one right here is going to be a balance between the other ones. And like I said in the beginning, this one right here is the runic power. So once you max this out, you're going to be able to use more runes into the fight area for your builds. Now, the way this works when it comes to the skill tree, you have to unlock the general skill tree that you see in the middle, the central part of the skill tree. Once you unlock this, then you're going to start unlocking your character, individual characters, skill trees. Next, let's go to the achievements tab so we can start talking about it. So this is basically a roadmap. This is basically something that you have to look forward to, because this is where you can just set goals for yourself, and you can see everything that you want to unlock in this game is going to be right here. It's come to runes, your skills, everything else is going to be here as part of an achievement, and then they are going to be part of your gameplay. So just visit this as often as possible. So if you want to filter it, you can filter it. So if I press my B button on my controller, and I can go to this right here, and then this right here, what it's going to do is going to show you only the skills or the achievements that you haven't completed. But I don't use it, but you can do that if you want to filter. That way you know what you already completed and what you haven't completed. All right, now that we are on my big boy character, so if I go to the last tab, which is the profile. Now, once you come to the profile tab, all you see is everything that you have been doing. It shows you your favorite character, your favorite skills that you use, etc., etc. So you got matches, it shows you all that. So if you click on it, it's going to show you the matches that you lost and the matches that you won. So now if you go to a game and then you surrender, that considers a defeat. So just remember that. So defeat does not really mean anything. So you are going to lose sometime, but you are going to win a lot as well. And so if you go to the character, and you can see the stats right here as well. So if you had played a game or a match, and then you were doing very good and you're trying to remember which skills that you used, then you can come back here and set them up. That way you can just go back and use the same skills so you can continue to win. So that's basically all there is to it. And with the achievement, with one that is already completed, you can see right here in everything that I've already completed, and it shows right there. And then the one on the bottom are going to be things that you still need to complete. as you can see right here. But like I was saying in the other save, so if I click on on this one right here and then just filter it, it's only going to show me things that I have not completed. Now that I am on my other save, I can show you this right here. So all of the characters that you unlock, once you unlock them via achievement or whatever it says that you got to do. So if I click on this right here, you can see it tells you what you need to do to unlock the character. Once you unlock the character, you're also going to need to use crystal to actually unlock them. So just because you unlock them doesn't mean that you can play with them right away. They are required crystal. Weapons, just like characters, in order for you to play with them, you also have to pay crystals to unlock them. Let's say, for instance, on my barbarian, you can see I unlock all the weapons. So if I go and click on these weapons right here, although I unlock the weapon, but I do not meet the requirement to actually play with this weapon because I'm still missing some crystals. So if I click on the corresponding button on this right here where it says materials, and you can see there are a lot of crystals that you need to get to actually unlock those weapons. So for this one right here, if I click on this is the materials that it is missing. It shows you exactly which map you got to go through and play to get those crystals. So it shows you for every requirement where to find those materials. So in order for you to farm those materials, you got to go to the specific map. Let's say, for instance, for this last weapon for the barbarian, I need a meteorite. And if I go to the fight and click on fight, and you can see there are those maps. So if I go and just go over map, and it says the Whispering Grove, this is this map right here. And I have to go to this map and trying to do the highest curses possible to actually get those materials. So the higher your curse, the more and better materials that you are going to have. Let's say, for instance, if I go back to the first map, as you can see, I have all the way to curse 7. So the way curses work in this game, so every level, and there are certain amount of curses that you can add to your characters. That means it becomes more difficult when you add those curses. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is the game mode. So your goal is to get to the Titan Hunt. Titan Hunt is going to be basically the end game right now, because this is the highest level of the game that you can play on. So you're going to start with the Void Field, and which is going to be the basic one with all the curses that you can do. And then you're going to go to the Holy Cathedral, and then with that right here, you're going to have different options, and you can start playing and fighting bosses, and just you can get to the highest level. So by that time, your character will be strong enough to do all these things, and you can see that you're going to have more materials that way. And once you're done with the second one, the Unholy Cathedral, then you can come to the Titan Hunt. With the Titan Hunt, this is where you're going to start fighting some of the biggest bosses in this game. So once you click on those options, once you complete the first part, then you are going to be able to advance and start unlocking all the other parts right there. And that's the true end game for this game. In any case, now in order for me to explain to you about the reroll, the locking, and also the banish, let's go into a game real quick, and then I am going to show you how this goes. So once you come here, you can set up your level. Let's say, for instance, I'm going to set it up at curse level 1, and if I click the max, click the corresponding button, it's going to give me 5 out of 4 curses. But again, if there's an achievement that says you need to complete it on the highest difficulty curses, all you got to do is just do 4 out of 4. You don't need to do 5 out of 4. But since I'm already a bigger character, I can keep it on 5 out of 4, so I can show you exactly what we're talking about. So once we go here, you can set up your curses in the way that you want, and then once you're ready, just go and hit fight. Now, once you go in here, depends on how you set up your weapons, and then you're going to start fighting these enemies right here. And now that we have the option to actually just have the reroll, the banish, and lock skill, this is where I can explain things to you. Now for reroll, if I hit reroll, so right now I have 10, but if you first start the game, you're not going to have 10. You're going to have less than that, probably have 8. So if I reroll, that means I do not like those choices, so I can hit reroll and I'm going to have something else. Now, if there is a skill that I don't like, then I am going to use banish. So let's say I will hit banish, and then I'm going to select the skill that I don't want to appear anymore throughout this match. So let's say I do not want to see Indomitable, then I am going to click on it, then I will not see this thing throughout the match until next time I try another match. Now let's continue on, and I'm gonna pick this one right here, and then once we get some skill, now you can do the locking with skills and also with the passives, but I'm gonna wait till when I see a skill option, then I'm going to show you how the locking works. Now, okay, now that we have active skills, now the purpose of locking is when you encounter a situation where you have 2 or 3 skills that you want, but out of the 3, if there are 2 of them that you want, let's say for instance in this option right here, I want to have both the thunderclap and also the double slash. I have to lock one of them, that way I can pick one, and that way next time when I have an option to pick skills again, then the next one is going to appear. Let's say for instance I want and lock the double slash. So if I want to lock double slash, I'm going to click on it, and then what's going to happen now that since I wanted both of them but I lock one, so now I can pick this one, thunderclap. Now that I pick thunderclap, and you can see that the next time I level up, then double slash appear. And then now I can pick it. Now, if I will find that there are 2 things in here that I want, I can continue to lock this and then keep on going. That's what locking does. So now that it appears, then I can pick it up. Now I have the things that I want. Now let's talk about how to add runes to your character. So I'm going to go to a character that I don't have any rune on right now. So let's say for instance, I want to use the spell blade. So I have it selected. All right. Now to equip the runes on your character, you are going to notice that these runes comes with some cost. This one, say for instance, come with 1 cost. And then you're going to see some of them would come with 0 cost. So you will be allowed to slot as many as your runic cost can allow you. So for me personally, so since I always do this one right here, it's only going to cost 1. So I'm going to put this one, and I put this one for some damage reduction, and this one is only going to cost 1. So you just go pick and choose, and based on the amount of runic cost that you have, and just choose that way. But you're trying to choose the best one that's going to be more beneficial for your builds. And that's the way that you are going to choose these runes. And so as you can see right here, because of what I've already chosen, then a lot of other ones are already locked out because I will not have enough runic power to actually slot them. So that's why you have to make sure that you choose very wisely which one that you pick. And for that reason, so I can just go and pick some of the ones that cost 0. So if I click on this one, it will allow me to do it because it doesn't cost anything. So I'm just gonna pick some of the other ones that does not cost anything, but they come with different benefits. So once you start messing around with things, you're gonna notice what they do. Just make sure that you read everything. So once you start reading everything, you're gonna notice, like for instance, for the skill mastery, it says that I can select 5 different skills. Once you unlock them, you'll be able to just select them. So once I click that options, it gives me the ability to select certain skills that I want to appear in my game. Let's say, for instance, I want the armor shatter. So I'm just going to make sure that I click on this. And then once I confirm it, that means whenever I decide to go and play the game, then it is going to give me that skill. So that is one very good thing about this game, that it lets you choose things based on what you want to do. And the last thing that we are going to talk about, if you want to get more power, getting more materials, more things, then you are going to progress your character by doing those infinite portals and also those overload portals. Those will give you the opportunity to fight more bosses and getting more crystals. And so take the opportunity to go and do those. So the way this works, if you finish a match before 15 minutes and less, then you'll get an option to go inside different portals and go fight some bosses. So just keep that in mind. So if you go over 15 minutes, then you are not going to have the options to go fight in different portals. It's just going to take you back to the game, and so you can start over those other matches. Anyway, I believe that is everything that you need to know. Hopefully this helps you out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.